Most living beings on planet Earth are quite simple and unintelligent. They are satisfied with eating, pooping, and procreating, and they don't really think about life because they can't. But nature is objectively a sustainable engine of suffering. Animals suffer from thirst, starvation, disease, injury, and being eaten alive by predators, among other ways to suffer. There doesn't seem to be any reason for this carnage. Life just exists because it does, and animals are perfectly adapted to this system. Humans are animals too from a biological perspective, but we are outliers. We are not part of nature in the same way. We are at war with nature and trying to subdue and exploit it by leeching off its resources. Yet humans can think logically. We can see this horror show for what it truly is. But most humans don't. They think life is good and nature is beautiful, while they can at any time watch a nature documentary where a bear or a tiger eats some animal alive. They can read about all the wars and misery going on in the world on the news, but still enjoy life because it's not happening to them. Normal people have mastered the art of the cope. In order to survive and reproduce in this life, many conscious living beings have to kill, harm, or exploit other organisms to fulfill their needs. Humans, on the other hand, have to not only do this, but they must also remain consciously life-affirming, or they wouldn't be motivated to continue reproducing. Animals have the luxury of not being able to ponder the deeper meaning of what they are doing or what is happening to them. Humans don't. This is both a blessing and a curse. So humans have developed these subconscious mechanisms that filter out a lot of the bad stuff, especially if it doesn't directly affect them or anyone they care about. They are able to ignore objective reality and only see what they need to see in order to remain mentally sane and thus able to survive and reproduce. But not everyone is like this. Some people can see the world for what it is. However, they are the minority. They are an anomaly, a genetic error, and they don't really belong in this world. Personally, I was like this when I was a kid. Back then, I was very empathetic and emotionally aware. However, after bullying in school, I became stone cold, emotionless. I'm still like this today, although I can see logically the horror show that the world is, and I wouldn't want to bring any children into this existence. There just isn't any selfless reason to do it. This life is a net loss and not really necessary. Another layer of cope that humans have developed as we became more intelligent and curious is religion. I think religion has been successful at capturing those people who are somewhat empathetic and can see the horrors of the world, but they don't want to accept it, and religion basically psychologically manipulates and gaslights them by acting like an alternate reality vehicle. Believing in some religions is like walking through a rundown ghetto with miserable people while wearing augmented reality goggles. These goggles make the dilapidated buildings look like works of art, and every miserable person has a smile, a total or partial inversion of reality. Some religions also offer promises of rewards and eternal bliss in the afterlife that provides a sense of hope for the hopeless who still see reality for the hellhole that it is. Remember to like and subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and see you in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.